everybody, this is Melanie. Welcome back to Crafting Chaos with Melanie. I hope everybody's doing good today. In today's video, we are going to be continuing working in our pyramid album. The other day, we started it and we built it. We built the album. And here's the fall one. I've not decorated it yet. I'm going to do that. I've been a little bit crazy around here, but here's the fall album. And here is the Christmas one we started. Okay, so let me show you what we're using. We are using the Prima 25 and Peppermint collection. I pulled in some of my favorite cardstock from Joann's. This is Basil, I believe. I cut the branding strip off, so I'm using some of that. And I have the Ephemera. I got this out of my little Ephemera binder. If you've not seen that video, you should go check it out. It's such a cool way to keep ephemera. So I got that out. And I also used May's stamp set. This is Festive Fonts. Look at this stamp set. I'm so sorry I can't talk. I think I said this is like a 12 by 8. Let's see here. Yeah. Yes, this is a 12 by 8 stamp set. Or 8 by 12. Look at that. This stamp set is stunning. You've got to go check this stamp set out. It is so beautiful. Okay, so let me show you what we're doing today and what I've done. I did get started on it, so the video is not crazy long. I cut out some of the little journaling cards, and I went through and cut all my mats out, and some of them, they're 2 pages, so some of them I've got glued down on one side, and we still have to do the other side, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So, let's see here. What I did on the front is I just put a piece of paper on there. And this is the stamp set, the 24. How darling is that? It's beautiful. And then the little Rudolph. Well, the reindeer. I guess it's not Rudolph. He doesn't have a red nose. So, let's see what these measurements are. Did I write these down? I did not. The mat, let me see here. Let me get my ruler out. You know, you would think one day I would be completely prepared. Let's see here. So this first mat is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, okay? All right, so I'm going to write this down as I go right here. So the first mat is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Can you see that? I think you can. All right. So let's go to the second one. Okay, this is what we're doing on the second page. The second page is we built a little pocket, and I just put some of these little cards in here. I think these are so darling. So I just put some of the little cards in there. So this page, let me see here. Should be 3 by 3, right? No, wait a minute. That's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So this page as well is going to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so that's the second page. So the second page and this little first flip, this is all the same right here. Okay, all right. So what I did is I cut down this little candy stripe paper, and I did it 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and we're going to glue this down. And I am using my glue press from Sweet Petunia. I will link that below. And here's our little pocket. So our little pocket is going to be cut at, let me see here. I thought I would remember this, but I did it a day or two ago, and I don't remember this. Okay, so you know the pocket is 2 3/4, or this paper's 2 3/4. But remember what I've taught you before. I like to have a 1/2 inch gusset, so you always want to add 1 inch to it. So this is going to be cut at 3 3/4 by, let's see how tall this is. 2 inches. So the pocket is 2 3/4. The pocket is, no, I'm sorry, 3 3/4 by 2 inches. And I scored a 1/2 inch around, right? And then I gusseted it. So what that means is I mitered the corners to make a gusset pocket. So I just come in there and clip, clip. Well, all right. All right, so we're going to glue this little pocket down. And I'm using liquid glue because whenever I do a pocket, I like to use liquid glue, because if you use sticky tape and any of it is showing at all, then it's always sticky. You know, it doesn't dry. So you're going to have that resistance from anything you tuck in this pocket. So let's just put that there. Little pocket. And I did get some ephemera, and this says the happiest holidays, and this is just the little gingerbread. Isn't that cute? Guys, I think that's adorable. I actually like the little gingerbread there. I wonder if I've got another one. I think 2 would be so cute there. Let's see. Do I have another one? I don't. Well, darn. Okay. All right, so let's just do the little gingerbread. You see how dirty my paper towel is? Guys, I use a paper towel until I can't use it anymore. I have them laying everywhere, and I refuse to throw them away until I just can't use them. See, I thought this would be cute, but I didn't want to cover up the little gingerbread. I'm not. I'm going to put this over here. All right. So let's put that right there. All right. And I'm going to find a couple of these that I like. I love that one. Let's see. And I love that Santa. How cute is that? Just stick those in there. All right. And I am going to show you a little tip to get small pictures, but that's towards the end, okay? All right, so the next page we're actually just doing a simple little tuck. So this one is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, right? So I cut each of these out at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we're going down a 1/2 inch each page. That's pretty easy. And on this one, all I decided to do on this was keep it simple and just add a little bit of ephemera for a little tuck. Look how stinking cute that little puppy is. Are you kidding me on that puppy? So we're just going to glue this puppy down. I love the puppy. And then I have little bells, and I'm just putting the little bells at the top like that. See how pretty that is? Wow. Look how pretty this is. It is so coming alive. Okay, our next page. I think I did simple on this page too. This one is going to be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I will put these mats in the description, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm just writing them down so I know. Okay. See how pretty that is? Oh, I love that. Let's see, we need another little piece of ephemera. All is bright. So these are just little mats that I made. See? The little picture will fit right in that. Look at that. Okay, we're going to talk about these pictures in a little bit. We're going to glue this down. I'm just going to go ahead and put the mat in here because I know what I'm using there. Now, I think these albums, unless you're giving this to a crafter, I think these would be really cute for you to fill up. If you're giving these as a gift, for you to print the photos and go ahead and have it ready for them. That way, I messed up, I put glue there. There. Well, shoot, guys. Because like I've said before, if you give this to a non-crafter, they're going to look at it and think, oh, this is really, really pretty. But the chances of them putting photos in it are about slim to none, I'll be honest with you. But if you put the photos in it for them, look how cute that is. And I'm just putting glue on the half that's going off the page, off the little photo mat. That way you can stick the picture in there. See? Fits right there. Okay, all right. Now, let's see. Oh, this was very similar. Okay, this page is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Oh, that's pretty. I almost like that. Maybe that there and this here. No, it don't look right. I wish I'd paid attention to that. All right, again, these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. You know, when you have the right paper, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how simple you mat these or how you do this, it works. Okay, these little pieces right here, I actually cut from the paper. So, a lot of this paper has beautiful visual interest on it. Let's see. There's my scraps. See that right there? How gorgeous is that? So what I did is I went through and I cut some of those out and to use them. Look how pretty. And they're actually very easy to cut out and it's very forgiving. So what I did here is I have the picture mat and I'm going to go here with that one. And for this one, I'm going to go here and we're going to do the picture frame here. Look how cute that is. Is that not beautiful? I think that's just stunning. This paper is so pretty. I'm going to make some Christmas cards out of the rest of it. I will definitely come back and show those. Alright, so how does this go? Like that. So I'm going to put my finger where I don't want the glue. And I'm just going to put glue on these other pieces. Making sure I stay out of the score because I don't want that in the score to make that to have a resistance. So you just want to make sure. Look at that. Okay, this one's going to go here. So let me go ahead and glue this down. Do you see how you can let the paper just do the work for you? It's so pretty. Okay, so we're going to go here. So I don't want any glue there. Making sure I get glue in these little places. How many of y'all have broke down and got this glue press? I'm telling you guys. The glue press is a must. All right. Uh-oh. That's not going to work there. I got to come over a little bit. There. All right. Let's get my little handy dandy. And then when you go back and you put the picture in it, you can glue this down. Definitely. But wait till you put the photo in it. Pretty. Okay, so now this one, we're doing some flips. Alright, so this is the next page. And this one's going to be 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Right, so these are going to go here. But the first thing we're going to do is I cut 2 pieces. So we're going to do a flip. Actually, we're going to do a flat. Let's see, I want this one to go here and this one to go here. And I'm doing that because it actually says a sleigh ride. So what I did is I cut these at 3 3/4 by 3 by 4 1/4. 3, okay, I know what I did now. I did 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then on the 3, is that what I did? Yeah. And on the 3 3/4, I scored it a 1/2 inch. All right. So this actually turns out to be a mat for a 3 by 4 photo. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these to this paper. All right. And what I'm going to do is just put some glue on this. Usually I do double stick tape, but on this one I'm going to do the glue. And we're going to glue it to the back of the paper. Okay. I'm just going to give that a press. All right. So what I did is I just glued that to the back of the paper. Now we're going to come over here. And we're just going to glue this down to the book. You guys knew we had to have some flips in this thing. And I'll show you something. I'm not doing any magnets in this. So, you know, it's going to automatically flip and that's okay. And then I have the little mats and that's where your photo is going to go. So I just want to show you. This is actually 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So what will go here will be a 3 by 4 photo. So that's a little bit too big. But you see what I'm talking about? Alright, so what I did is I flipped it over. And put it in. Okay. And again, that flip is cut at 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And on the 3 3/4 side, you want to score in a 1/2 inch. And that will make it a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 mat for a photo. So let's just put that there. All right. See, there you go. Oh, I love that. All right. So our next one is going to be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Again, these mats will be listed below in the description. You don't have to worry about it. So what we're doing here we're doing a little waterfall. So we got this. And what I did for each page, I cut 3 frames out. I cut them out at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And on this one, you score at the 4 3/4. Okay? So let me get the score. For some reason, these are not scored. Why are these not scored? Oh, yeah, they are. Never mind. So you're going to cut it again at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. On the 4 3/4 side, you're going to score a 1/2 inch. Okay? So we are just going to come over here and we're going to build our waterfall. And whenever you're doing a waterfall, you're just going to line up your little flaps. This is so easy to do. So let me get in here because I have to get to the top because of spacing. And I just eyeballed it. You can measure it, but I just eyeball centered it. Okay. And then we're going to take the red. And these are a perfect place for a 3 by 4 photo. Okay. Put that there. Make sure they're lined up. This one's off just a little bit. If it's off a little bit, just square it up and re-score it. And it works out perfectly. It's amazing what you can do to these little albums. It really is. It's amazing how you can turn something so simple into something so pretty and cute and elegant and just all the things. All the things. Okay, that one's over just a little bit. Okay. And look at that. You got a waterfall. And then you can put a 3 by 4, which is what I did here. A 3 by 4 mat. And this one, this is a little big for 3 by 4. Let's see here. Let's see here. So let's go 3 by 4 by 4¼ No, we're gonna go. All right. Oops. Wow. This is new. And so far I'm loving it. All right, here we go. And then that will go right there. See? How cute is that? And we're going to put that here. Now, I did this for 2024, so I'm going to wait after Christmas this year and do this probably for my mom. I like doing her a little one, and I'll mail it to her. All right, let's see what we got here so far. All right, we got the 24th. We got pockets. We got a simple layout, a simple layout, a simple layout with kind of a tuck. We got our flips, our flap, whatever you want to call it. We got our waterfall, right? And here we go. This is the last page. So the last page is 6 by 6. So you want to do this at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Now, I am intentionally leaving this blank because to me, this is where a bigger photo can go, and I don't know exactly what I want to do here, okay? And I don't want to limit myself. So I'm going to leave this blank. I'm going to leave that just like that, and then whenever I decide what photos to put in, then I will decorate it. I will keep the ephemera and some extra sheets of paper with this in a little Ziploc bag until I'm ready to gift it, all right? So now let's go to the back. All right, first let's decide this. I want to do a ribbon closure because I don't like that this isn't staying closed because it's full. Like, we have got a lot going on in here. Guys, this is pretty. This is a very pretty album. And you can do it as simple as you want, or you can do it as fancy as you want. So let's decide what colors we want to bring out. Do we want to keep the pink going? Or do we want to bring out some red? I wish you guys could talk to me right now. I think either one would work, but because I have so much red on the front, I'm going to go with the pink. Okay? We are going to go with the pink. All right. So let's just get this out. And let's see what we need to tie it. I always like doing a lot of extra. I have the prettiest roses in front of me. My daughter's boyfriend came over yesterday and brought me flowers. It's so pretty. So kind of him. And I've got them right here in front of me so I can see them. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to flip this over. And my daughter has my ATG gun because she's doing her yearly album page, or, you know, her pages for August. So I was going to use double stick tape, and I don't see any handy. Oh, here it is. I'm just going to take some double stick tape here and just put it, kind of center it a little bit. All right. And pull this off. All right, and now let's put that there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I want to make sure this is glued down right here. I want it to make sure that it's glued. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take this, and I cut this out at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I think I'm going to use, ooh, isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, guys, that's so pretty. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness, God, this is beautiful. This is so pretty. Look at what a beautiful gift this would make to somebody. Oh, I got the wrong scissors. Look how pretty that is. Wow, I love it. And you know, I have to confess, this this happens to me all the time. I started this project and I wasn't a big fan of the album. I didn't think I was going to like it as much, but when I started gluing this paper down and I started playing, I fell in love with this. Can you imagine doing this as a gift? Anything. You could do a birthday. You could do a special occasion. Oh, this is beautiful. Could you imagine this on a birthday and do a birthday theme and hand that to somebody? Look at this. And just flip through it. Oh, they're going to love it. Okay, now, let me talk to you a little bit about the printer. Okay, my son got me this little printer for Christmas a couple of years ago. It's a Kodak Step. I have used this thing nonstop. I love this printer because it gives you a quick way of doing small prints, and it's so easy. You get this, you download the app, you pick the picture, you hit print. That's it. You don't have to put ink in it. All you do is put your film in it, and it comes in little packs. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I have any handy here. And of course I don't. Okay. It's so easy to use. And what it does is it prints these little itty bitty pictures. So let me see what these are. I think they're 2x3s. Let's see here. They're two. Yes, they're 2x3s. And when you're doing an album like this, I want you to look at this. 2x3s. You might have to trim a little bit off on those first pages. Look at this. How perfect is this size in this book? Pretty much all the way through it until you get to those last pages. Look at that. Look, it's perfect. I'm telling you, if you have a wish list for Christmas and you're making these albums and you love making these albums, this little printer is such a cool gift. I am going to link it below on Amazon. I think Amazon has it. And you should really check it out. I love this printer. I love it. I use it all the time. Like I said, I've had it for 2 years. It'll be 2 years this Christmas, and I use it all the time. I've never had any issues with it whatsoever, and it just makes the cutest little pictures. You trim that little piece off, the little white piece here. Let's see. There you go. Look at that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I loved it. As always, I love doing these. I love doing different mini albums. As you can tell, that's my heart. But the next couple of videos is probably going to be cards because I got some stuff in for Christmas. And guys, it's good. It is good. So we're going to be making some really pretty cards. And I'm going to be doing some table. I want to do some table settings with y'all. Like napkin rings and just all kinds of things. Okay, forgive the bow. The bow's awful. I need bow making class. Alright. Remember guys, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up. Remember all the products that I used that I can find, I will link below. I will also put the measurements for the mats in the description below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.